Hello, Life Tribe. I have been looking forward to being back with you for another Tonic Tuesday. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about something a little bit different. We're going to take a little bit different angle toward the goal of, health and vitality and all that good stuff. I'm not going to give you an additive in terms of a tonic, something to take. I'm going to give you something to do. And that tonic that we're going to talk about today is going to be rest. And many of you guys, when you think about rest, you think, the discontinuing of activity, stopping what you're doing. You're thinking about napping or going to sleep. And while that is partially true in terms of what we're talking about today, I want to target digestion. And when I say digestion, what I mean is there are times when our digestive tract needs to rest in order for our bodies to heal. So the popular word for this, no matter how we might hear it, usually is something like a word like fasting. Okay, and whatever hue or tone that this may take in terms of the discussion, many times fasting is recommended for healing, and it has been so for many, many years, going back to ancient times. And it's something we've kind of lost track of today because we live in a society where so much medication is available to us to sort of interrupt the sickness that we may have. Now, most of the time we would say, a lot of people talk about the fact that they don't cure, but they do give us some relief. And so fasting is an actual old-fashioned ancient cure. And one of the reasons it is so is because when the body is able to rest from digesting foods, when it's able to rest from digestion, the body immediately goes into self-repair, because the energy that it takes, and many of us underestimate the energy that it takes for the body to digest foods, can go towards the body running the way it's supposed to run. So it'll start to repair itself, and it'll start to bring the body to a state of what might be called homeostasis, all right, to a healthy equilibrium where all things are in balance and flowing well. There are many challenges to fasting. So if you do something like this, you need many times a medical supervision. You need somebody to be watching you. But in many cases, this can be done in ways that most people can do on their own at home. There's many recommendations for how this might be done. There's popular things done today that, again, have to do with fasting, no matter what they might be called. For example, intermittent fasting is popular, eating from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and giving yourself a window to eat. But then from 7 p.m. to 11 the next day, you've taken approximately 16 hours of allowing your digestive system to rest. So intermittent fasting is popular because one of the things that it does, many people do it to lose weight, but what it really does is it gives the system a chance to heal itself and cooperate with itself so that it can bring the body back into a greater sense of vitality. Another thing that you often hear is you hear the whole 30 with an emphasis on whole foods. I know this again sounds like the emphasis is again on foods, which there's some truth to that, but it also has to do with fasting. The reason that this has to do with fasting is because when you're eating whole foods, there's less digestion involved. We're eating foods that are not foreign to our bodies. And so the body doesn't have to do all kinds of twists and turns, and it doesn't have to do all kinds of weird dances in order to get the food to be available to the body for whatever nourishment that it might provide before it passes through. So again, it's giving the body rest. The whole 30 is allowing the body a sense of rest. But one would heal even faster if they went on diets where the digestive system was allowed to rest without any foods at all, whether that be 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. Some people have gone longer We do know people who do 12-hour or day fast, 2 or 3 day fast where they're drinking just water. There's many ways of doing it. I would recommend you look into it and talk to someone who might have some expertise in this. But fasting is important because it gives our bodies time to heal. Many times tonics do not work. Medications do not work. The reason that they do not work is because the body has not had a chance to cleanse itself. It has not had a chance to heal itself, to bring itself into a state where it can receive something to build it back up. Otherwise, what we are doing many times is when we're trying to take some kind of tonic or when we're taking medication, is our body is full of toxins and full of, discharge that needs to be gotten rid of in order for anything to really have the type of effect that we need it to have in terms of healing. And this is why fasting is in many cases, the hardest tonic, if you would. Rest in the digestive system. Because many times when a person does this, it's really, really difficult for the body, which is why many times it needs to be monitored. Many times it needs to be done with short fasts at the beginning and then slowly working towards perhaps longer fasts, is because the toll that it can take on the body to get rid of those toxins and poisons and mucus that a lot of times build up in the body due to foods has to be done carefully. I want to give that to you. I want to leave that with you. And this is really important to me, talking about a topic like this, as well as some of the others that we've talked about. It's because so many people even struggle from having challenges mentally, challenges emotionally, and what they do not realize, we often suffer because of what we ingest into our body, the body not having time to rest and recuperate. And so it drags the system down, it drags the emotions down, and it interrupts our mentality, our mentation. It interrupts us physiologically and cognitively. And so I have to give you that to think about. I could give more short discussions about this or longer discussions about this if you would, but there's no time today because I am in between sessions. I want to get with you later. Many of you guys, if you're interested, feel free to get in touch with us at True Life Counseling for life coaching sessions, for therapeutic sessions with regard to mental health, and for some type of spiritual counseling. We're more than available to you if you look us up online. I'd be glad to be in touch with you via the internet or sessions that we do online. I do want to wish you well until I see you next time. I hope that you're learning to dance, Life Tribe. Catch you later.